scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Like you go down to South America, those still are women. And you do have a lot of women down there that that are righteous women. They're Proverbial 31 type women. In these other places of the world where our women are. But the women here in Babylon the Great, man, have totally been enchanted. You know, they've been given gifts to reward them for their degeneracy behavior. You know, having kids out of wedlock like it's nothing. You know, it's almost like a badge of honor to be called a baby mother. To have three or four, sometimes 5, 6 different kids with different fathers, you know. And like I said, it's not frowned upon now in this society, man. It's kind of looked upon, you know, it's looked upon as them amongst the sisterhood as a badge of honor. She'll brag about she got 4 of their baby daddies on child support, you know. She gets Section 8, you know, got a nice apartment. Got Medicaid, you got medical, you get EBT cards, you got 5 or 6 kids, you probably get about $2 or $3 grand a month. So a lot of women have become spoiled because of it, man. And Esau Edom, you know, he was the cancer that created this problem. So these women are totally tainted, you know, they're very proud, boastful. They hide their discretion. You know, they don't hide their discretion at all, you know. They're the farthest thing in the world from a Proverbial 31 type woman. And so that's why majority of them will have to be destroyed. Because they helped destroy the nation. Think about all these kids that were born, you know, 5 or 6 generations ago. Where these kids, that these women have raised now. And that's why you got the worst of the worst right now, you know. You see the state of the mind of our children are in now because of this cycle of degeneracy of raising these kids, man, in that type of environment that's perpetuated by the nigger women, man. You know, and our offspring have become goddamn brute beasts. And that's why the Lord's gonna take a lot of us jakes out, man, the 2/3 of our people. And Lord will, we don't be counted as the 2/3, man. Pray that every day, man. The Lord find favor in us and in our daily sacrifices that we can be redeemed, man, that we are redeemable. Like I said, we don't walk this truth 100%, but we walk it to the best of our ability because we're still in our captivity. And we're still captive to these bodies too, man. These corruptible bodies, you know, they give in to pleasures and these things that try to sway you off your course. One thing about America, Babylon, man, it's the you can do whatever you want here, man, you know. As long as you don't break Esau Edom laws. But yeah, that's the time we in, man. It's very it's very hectic times, you know. And like I say, DJ Trump, out from under you women, man. You're gonna lose a lot of that Section 8, those EBT, Medicaid, and all those other things that supported your degenerate behavior. You know, your gather abroad type behavior, man. And the Lord set it up that way at the end of the day because see these curses going to be on us till he makes his return. And part of that curse was allowing Esau Edom to manipulate the minds of our women and our people to destroy our nation. You know, he attacks in many ways, you know, through his media, especially that TV, that television, through the music, you know, just all type of ways that he attack us as a people. And he definitely used a nigger woman to do it, to break up our homes and destroy our nation. That's why the Lord is going to have to come back, man, and restore the righteous elect, man. utterly destroyed, man. Here it's definitely going to be like Sodom and Gomorrah, because no mankind went over as well here after the Lord, put in that work here. But that's pretty much it, man. I just want to kind of hit that point. I was watching a brother video from GMS Orlando. He was kind of doing, getting on the women a little bit. And like I say, the women really represent Israel, at the end of the day. Because it goes back to the Garden of Eden, by us, Eve eating that forbidden fruit, which is really an allegory, but, taking on the philosophies of these other nations. And then Adam, listening to her. We're not supposed to give our strength to